Hey y'all, welcome to my channel. As you can see, this is a new channel. This is my first video, and the title of my channel, you can tell that this is going to be a teaching channel. It's gonna be about my teaching journey, basically. I'm not a teacher yet, but I am going to be one. I'm gonna speak it into existence. Hopefully by this school year, the start of this school year. But as you can see from the title of this video, this is going to be all about Texas teachers. I wanted to start from the very beginning, with this being my journey. So if you have not heard of Texas Teachers, it's an alternative program, an alternative teaching program that you can get into if you have all you need is a bachelor's degree. If you did not go the traditional way of teaching, going to school for, getting a bachelor's in education, things like that, this is the program for you if you're in Texas. Now, if you're in any other state than Texas, I don't know what kind of programs they have for your state, but if you're in Texas and you may be thinking about getting into teaching, but you didn't go the traditional route, Texas Teachers of Tomorrow is a very good program. Okay, so let me just give you a little background about myself first. I am from Mississippi, Gulfport, Mississippi. I went to school at Mississippi State University. I got my bachelor's in psychology in December of 2017. So I moved out here to Houston in January of 2018, and I started working at a daycare. I started working at a daycare, and I had a couple of people telling me I should go into teaching, and so I started kind of thinking about it, and I was liking what I was doing, because where I work is not like just a regular old daycare. It's actually an early learning center where we actually do we have a curriculum. We have to teach these kids fine motor skills and things like that sort and everything. So it's kind of like just like a miniature school, basically. Like, we have lesson plans and things like that we have to do with our kids in our classroom. So I started researching about alternative plans in October of 2018, and I came across Texas Teachers of Tomorrow. I researched it. I tried to look up YouTube videos of people in it. I only found two videos. So that's part of the main reason why I'm going to start vlogging my journey, because I feel like it has to be more people out there that want to know the process and how this goes, just like I wanted to know. I mean, yes, it's only strictly for Texas, but it gotta be more than, it is more than just two people that is in the program, but nobody's talking about it. So I'm here to talk about it. I started doing research, things like that, and I decided that this was the program that I wanted to go into. So all you need to do to get into the program is apply online. The application is really very simple. It's easy, it's short, really quick. So you apply, and then they're gonna call you. They're gonna call you for an interview. It's gonna be over the phone interview. And they're just gonna ask you maybe 5 questions about basically why do you want to be a teacher? Why do you want to be in the program? Things like that. Real easy questions. Just relate it back to you. Be yourself. and I'm pretty sure you'll get in. Okay, first I applied online the night before, and then the next morning I got a phone call. I was in the car about to go in to work, clock in to work, and they called me, and it was a woman, and she was just asking me a couple questions, and I answered them, and then at the end she was like, well, I could tell that you would be a great candidate for our program. I think state had to send them the transcripts themselves because they won't open it if it's from you, because they want it to be official. So yeah, I think that's how it works. And then they're gonna email you and tell you that they got the transcript, which it only took like 2 days, and they told me that. And then that's when you have to pay for your courses. Now you're only paying for your courses up front. So I know when I first got into the program, it was $400 for the courses. So I paid that, and then you immediately have access to everything you need to become certified. It is 33 courses. Wait, let me back up. Okay, so you pay the $400, and then as soon as you pay the $400, you have everything. You have all the courses, all the access to everything you need. But that's not all that. That's not the total price to get into this program. After you get hired, when you start your new job, when you start your teaching job, that is when they're gonna start taking out money out of your checks, so that you can pay them back. Now the full total price is $4,000. It's $4,000. I don't know if it's $4,000 even or $4,300, something like that. But I know the big total is $4,000. So they're gonna take a certain amount out of your checks so you can start paying them back. I don't know how much they're gonna take. I haven't gotten that far yet, but yeah. So they're gonna take some money out, but you don't have to worry about that until you get hired. So up front, $400, and then matter of fact, I think the next month they had a special going on, and it was $300 to enroll. So it may be $3 or maybe $4, I don't know, but it's somewhere around there, $300 or $400 to get into the program to start your courses. Now there's 33 courses that you have to do online. Everything is online, so you go at your own pace. And the video I first watched before I got into the program, the girl said that she finished all 33 courses within a month. Now everything is up to you. You can do what you want. You can do how many you want a day. You can do nothing a day. It's all up to you. Nobody's pressuring you to do it. It's all on you. I don't know how she did 33 courses in 1 month. I mean, she must have been, I don't think she worked, so I guess that's an easy way to do it. But whew, I tell y'all, I've had access to these courses since October 2018. Mind you, I work and I have a 2-year-old. I did not finish until yesterday, July 20th or 21st, July 21st. And I wasn't doing a course a day, 2 courses. I wasn't doing something every day. There was times where I would go a month without doing something. That's just me being lazy. And I got into it. Now, if you get into it in October, you have enough time to finish everything and get a job by January. But I just wasn't rushing it. I was okay with my job, and so I was just like, I'm cool. I'll just wait until August, I'm not going to pressure myself. So I just wanted to start doing the courses first. Now, they tell you that you should take your content exam first and then start the courses. Well, that's how it is on the checklist on the website. But like I said, I wasn't in a rush for anything, so I just started the courses first. The only thing that I would do differently is I think I would have taken my content exam a little earlier than I did. Just the simple fact of you don't know if you're gonna pass on the first try. Now your content exam is all on what subject you want to do. So what do you want to do? Math? Do you want to do English? Do you want to do high school? Do you want to do elementary? It's all on you. Do you want to do ESL? Do you want to do bilingual? Do you want to do special education? Everything is like, it's so many different exams you can take to be certified, and you can take more than one exam if you want to have multiple certifications under your belt. But what I chose was core subjects EC through 6. So basically, right now I'm certified to teach anything from pre-K to 6th grade, and I can teach any subjects. Now, do I want to teach any subjects? No, because if you know me, you know I don't like math. I'm good at it, but I don't like it. So that's not something I would want to be doing for the rest of my life or as a career. So I'm interested in ELA, which is English. Some schools or school districts that do, let's say, pre-K through 2nd grade is self-contained, which means I would teach all subjects. So I would teach my classroom all subjects. They would not change rooms. And then 3rd through 6th is not self-contained. So they would be switching classrooms. So me as a teacher, I would teach English and social studies. They have those two paired together. They have math and science paired together. Some may be different, but that's what I've been seeing mostly. So English and social studies, and then you have math and science. Or it just all depends, on the school district, the school. I passed math, English, and arts. PE, music, and health or something like that. So I had to retake history and science. I hate history. I really, really hate history. And I hate it because I'm not good at it. Like, it's horrible. And another part that was so hard for me, because I'm not from Texas. I haven't had to learn any type of history about Texas. I'm from Mississippi, so I'm pretty sure it would have been a little bit easier if I would have grew up here, and I learned the history about Texas when I was younger. But all of this was so new to me, so I didn't know anything about it. And I gave myself 2 weeks to study. I'm gonna show you what I used to study. So a lot of people pay for study stuff that's online or all this other stuff, but I just stuck to what I know and how I study. If I read it and I actually retain what I'm reading, I understand what I'm reading, then I got it. So I just bought the book. You see this? TextX Core Subjects EC through 6, which is $2.91. Yeah, I bought the book and I read the whole book. The first time I took it, I'm not gonna lie, I didn't read the whole book the first time I took the test. I gave myself 2 weeks to study. I read most of it, but I didn't read all of it. And then the second time I took it was June 6th, I believe. And so the good thing about it, once you pass one subject, you don't have to take it again. So if I would have passed 4, I only needed to retake one subject, then you wouldn't have paid for the whole thing. That's another thing. So the cost of the test is $120. It's really 118 and some change. That's how much my test costs. I don't know if it's a difference in what test you have to take, but EC through 6 costs $118 and some change. So $120 for the whole test. Now, if I would only had to retake in one subject, then I only had to pay $60. But since I had to retake 2 subjects, I had to pay for the whole thing over again. So I paid another $120 to retake 2 subjects, which didn't make sense, and I was really upset about that. But hey, it is what it is. So I retook it in June 6th, and I passed both history and science this time. And I don't know how I passed history. The Lord was my mouse, because that history still didn't make sense to me. I don't know. I just hate history. It's so boring. I never got into it. So, yeah. And I know what you're thinking. Like, oh, well, don't you want to be ELA, which is paired with social studies? Yeah, but the second grade social studies is or second or third grade social studies has to be a lot better than everything as a whole. And I'm pretty sure it's a lot easier than 6th grade social studies, a lot easier. And then it's my classroom, so I can make everything fun. I still wasn't done with my courses. So once you pass your content exam, it's called a letter, letter of eligibility, or letter of enrollment. That's what it's called. So you get your letter of enrollment saying that you're enrolled in the Texas Teachers Program, and you passed your content exam. So you're certified for whatever. And then it will say, but you can't get a job until, it's for an employer. So they're like, but you can't hire this person until they finish the prerequisites of, and you'll have to complete the courses, and you have to get 30 hours of observations. Now, I did all of my observations in April. All 30. I went to 2 different schools. I went to Friends Elementary, which is in Katy, and then I went to Jenkins Elementary, which is in Spring, I believe. I think so. I think it's in Spring. But yeah. So I went to those 2. I went to Friends one day. I saw 3 or 4 different teachers. I think I got 7 hours in, and then all the other days I went to Jenkins, and I think I went 3 times. And I got 7 hours those days. And I saw 4 different teachers, or 4, maybe. Was it 4? No, it was 6. I saw 6 different teachers. I went to 2nd grade 2 days, and I went to 3rd grade 1 day. And then I had to get maybe, I think 2 hours. I think it was 2 more hours. 2 or 3 more hours. I don't know. So I finished it up online. So they give you the option. You can do up to 15 hours of your observations online. But it's online, so it's boring. It's not, it's not the same as getting that in-class experience. So I recommend getting as many hours as you can inside someone's classroom. All you have to do is just contact some principals, or what they really tell you to do is to go online onto the school district, and then you have to fill out the application to do your observation hours, and then somebody will get back to you. So I filled out, I know, like 6 applications online, but only 2 people contacted me back. So with it being the end of the school year, I kind of messed myself up because I waited all the way into April. So I would say start early, start as soon as possible. It doesn't matter that you just got into the program in August and it's September and you're doing your observation hours. It doesn't matter when you do them. I would say do them before April, because so many people are busy trying to prep for STAR testing. So they're not worried about observations, and some people cut off their deadline and won't even see you in April. I finished my observations in April. I passed the last 2 subjects on my content exam in June, and then it was come July. I think it was the end of June or it was the first week of July. I got a text message from Texas Teachers saying that they were doing a job fair exclusively for Texas teachers. And only if you passed your content exam were you invited to this job fair that they had here in Houston. They said that all of the districts were going to be there. They had all of the Houston districts here. They had all of the districts on the outskirts of Houston. I'm talking Galveston, College Station, where Texas A&M is. Like, I feel like those were way too far. But anyways, they had them there. What really caught my eye was in the text. The first text I got said that over 500 people got hired last year, and all 4 of the job fairs they had one in Dallas, Austin, San Antonio, and Houston, and all 4 of them, over 500 people got hired last year. So I'm like, on the spot. So I'm thinking, I need to go, because I could be one of those 100 and something people that get hired on the spot. And so, a couple days later, I got an email saying, hey, don't forget, you can register now to go to the job fair. And here's a couple things, some tips to bring, stuff like that. So I registered. And so I'm looking at the tips and things that I should do. It said that I needed my resume. I already have that. But I had to redo it, because it was old. So I had to redo my resume. I needed a cover letter. Shout out to State, because I had did some type of project in one of my classes where I had to write a cover letter. So I just used that and made it pertain to me now. So I did the cover letter. I had to write a philosophy of education. I never even heard of that before. So I'm thinking, like, what is this? I don't know what it is, but it sounds hard. But because, like, maybe the traditional teachers, if you're a traditional teacher or a traditional student teacher, you might know what a philosophy of education is. But me being alternative teacher, going the alternative route, I never even heard of that. So maybe y'all alternative teachers haven't heard of it either before now. So I'm thinking, this is gonna be hard. But I just I got a little help from my aunt, and my friend helped me, and I watched some YouTube videos, and we kind of got it together. So I was actually really proud of how it turned out. And then what else did I need? Those were the 3 things they say you needed. That plus your transcript on online from Texas Teachers, which shows how many courses you've done. Like I said, I finished them all yesterday. So I had that. I finished all 33, and they said they wanted you to print out your letter of enrollment and your statement of eligibility if you had it, which I did because I passed. I finished my courses yesterday. So I had that too. Now, things that were optional was a sample lesson plan. So me and my friend, we did that. Well, she mostly did it, but okay. We did that. And then classroom management and behavior management. I did those. I put those in my portfolio. So all of these went into a portfolio that they said that you should bring. I'm actually proud of my portfolio. It looks really nice. I'm going to show you my portfolio, but probably in another video because I feel like this one is going to be really long. But yeah, so all of those that they said you should bring. Now I shake my head because I didn't need it. I used it one time for the interview I had with Sci-Fair, which they called a screening. The woman was asking me about technology and how would I, interpret it into my classroom. And I had a couple examples in my philosophy of education with some technology resources. So I opened it up and pointed those out because I couldn't remember the names off the top of my head. And that was the only time I needed my portfolio. So I was really kind of bummed out about that because me and my friend spent 10 hours on Saturday working on my portfolio. So, but it's okay because in these interviews I'm going to have in the next coming weeks, I'm definitely going to give them my portfolio. If you're going to go to a job fair, bring the portfolio if you're going to make it. Because, it's going to be useful at some point in your life. You're going to have interviews that's not at a job fair. Maybe it was just because it was a job fair that I didn't need the portfolio. But if one of these schools call me back and like, hey, we want to interview you, then I'm definitely bringing my portfolio. So, it will be very useful in the interview. The second interview that I had today with a particular school, she didn't ask to look at my portfolio, but I made sure to have it on the table to where she could see that I had something, but I didn't need it. She didn't ask me anything that I had to refer back to it for, So I am going to I'm going to actually put the clip where I went to the job fair in another video. So there's going to be the part 2 to this. This is part 1. Stay tuned for part 2. It'll be out very soon. Make sure you subscribe so you don't miss it.